See that? I love you. I love you. 4th and 15, 4:27 left to go. Chris in trouble. He gets on his bicycle, and all of you don't owe me $20, but Yatadon will swat the ball, and the BIC offense will get back out there. Sterry Codrington was out there on defense. And the clock will continue with 4:13 and counting. The BIC with the lead 36-0. And it will be Codrington and company coming back out there. What will happen as the BIC try to lock in a 1-1 record? Codrington will be met with Kason Campbell, Jason Sisson, and Blacknall at the top of your screen. Sisson in motion will set himself out wide towards the bottom of your screen. 1st and 10, Sisson in motion. Codrington will keep it. Defense, it looks like he swatted that one, but Kason Campbell into the hip pocket. Touchdown BIC, even with DeAndre Haynes getting a fingertip on it. Kason Campbell getting handshakes from everybody, including the referee, as they get into the 40 club, 42-0. And the clock continuing to run as it is 5:20 in the Eastern Standard Time Zone. We may get out of here. And Kason Campbell getting his first touchdown of 2026. And I would usually go much harder on that, but watch this. Just a pop fly. Just a pop fly. The Tulsa Drillers, the team that the hat I'm wearing, that's a pop fly at the Tulsa Drillers game. 42-0 your score. And much like Mariano Rivera, the BIC looking to close this one, as the Renegades might be off to Never Never Land, falling to 0-2 at this rate. The snap. Ashante Worthy out there on the extra point, throws it on the back stack to Jason Sisson. Sisson of the Sisson squad will run this one in, and that young man continues to be one of the most dynamic athletes in special teams and extra points I have ever seen. 2 more points for the BIC, 44-0 as the clock continues to run and the sun continues to set on the East Orange Renegades here in 2026. Take a look at the replay. Ashante sensing the trouble, getting immediately quick, finding the rhythm. The John Woo bird shot, a hard-boiled decision by Sisson, running that one in for over 20 yards, leaving the defender flat-footed. And the BIC, these guys are not going to accomplish a lot in terms of compiling stats because the offense is so deep. The offense is so deep on this team that at any point someone can score. And here we go back to the action. They're quick on the throw-off here. We get a fancy wipe. They get to the 50. Well, they just let him score. Then they're trying to catch up to him. Ashante Worthy stops him. And will they give him the ton or will they stop him at the 1? The BIC looking to keep the game going. Don't want this one to get shut down. Give the Renegades a 99-yard cushion. They spot him a return. And the guy's like, what the fuck are we doing here? What the fuck? Are they're lying down? The guy was in an Oklahoma fucking drill. And then Ashante just casually hawks him down and brings him, his ass is down, literally down at the half-yard line. What is that? They give him the 6. They're going to give him the 6 and say, fuck it, it's the 4th. A7FL taking on the Patterson U. And the U might be licking their chops after this one. That one is caught in stride by the returner. The get-back rule is in effect. The get-back rule is in effect. And the BIC go past the 20-yard line. The get-back rule was in effect, so that does create a lot of opportunity. If the Renegades would have stopped them behind the 20-yard line or at the 20-yard line, the Animals would have gotten the ball back at the 50, and we saw them deal with that problem last week. And it seems like we've lost feed for a second, which is always fun. There we go. We're back. Hey, Corey. And it will be Sterry Codrington, as Corey said. I don't know if you heard it or not. Out there for the BIC. Camera catching Ghost. 12:30 left to go. Play action. Sterry throws it underneath. That one is caught. Big opportunity. Gets through and brought down at the 49-yard line. And that is a first down for BIC. And Taj saying it in the chat that the BIC treating this like practice now, working out their offense, and that's a practical way of looking at it. First, it'll be second down, or first and 10, pardon me. Animals BIC in week 4 will probably decide the 2 seed of the East. BIC throws this one. Codrington pulled in on the play. First and 10 for the BIC. Blacknall grabs that one in, hauls him, head tops him, catches a body in the process. First and 10 BIC. They continue to roll. And points do matter. Points on the board, scoring points, helps in the playoff seeding. So the BIC may not care about how many points the Renegades score at this point. They don't want the mercy rule because they want to make sure that they're able to climb over these teams over the course of these few weeks of the season. It's a 5-week season, and it's going to be a tight race to the playoffs. The handoff, off the toss, gets to the 10, flag on the field. Holding on the BIC, I believe that's the first holding penalty of the game. I think that's the first actual in-game penalty of this game. This game has been fast. Holy, the sun is still out. It is 5:30 and we are in the 4th quarter. That is a tragic thing. But now Ashante Worthy out there with Codrington, K-Wack, and others. Point coming in from Cole Gardella. Point differential may not matter. Everyone plays everyone, so head-to-head should decide tiebreakers. It's a good point, Cole. It's a good point, but who knows? The snap, the handoff. No, Codrington will keep it. Sterry Codrington will run towards the 20. Call him out around the 22, so it'll be second down. Taj said it best, when Sterry and Blacknall are in sync, it's going to be a problem for the league. And Isaac Negron on the offensive line, committing a holding, but the ref didn't call it, so I'm not going to call it. Blacknall at the bottom of your screen. Ashante Worthy in the slot. And you have right there at the top 2 defenders over the middle and couldn't get there to Blacknall. Couldn't get there, so it will be third down after the penalty and the initial run by Codrington. We see here time, opportunity, just couldn't time it out. But we continue here in the fourth quarter, 44-6 your score, 8.5 minutes remain on a Sunday afternoon turning into Sunday evening. In motion, the snap, the throw underneath, looking to make something happen. The ball popped out, picked up by Wachter, and it will be fourth down. Not what you want if you're the BIC, mainly because you just want to put more points on the board, but with an eclectic group of people on the offensive line and some guys you're still working out kinks with, Taj Webster said it best. This is practice right now. This is practice for the BIC. Just hate that we pulled up on a scrimmage on a day where the Animals shut the door on the Phantoms after leaving the first half 19-18. The Animals would force the Phantoms to go scoreless in the second half. Codrington to the end zone, picked up, touchdown. BIC, Manny Diaz with his second touchdown of the afternoon, end of the season. Him and Blacknall dap it up. And now the BIC, the 50 boys are back, making it 50-6. As Sterry rolled out to his left, untouched on the throw. Right to Manny, had no one on him. Had the presence of mind to stretch out, get into the end zone. Second touchdown of the day and the season for Manny Diaz. As the 50 boys are back. And the BIC scoring the most amount of points for a team in the Eastern Conference so far this season. And if you want to watch Sick With It play the Hunters, that game coming up in about 90 minutes, I think. The BIC will go for 2 from the 10. Yeah, so far this season, actually, the BIC scoring the most points of any team so far this season. Outscored the Insomniacs, who scored 47, and the Stealth, who scored 44 in our first week. The Animals scored 42 against Lexington earlier today. The U with a conservative 40. But nearly all the winning teams this season have scored. Every winning team this season has scored more than 30 points. So far this week, all teams have scored. Winning teams have scored more than 40. The BIC allowing the least amount of points. I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about here. Either this is a way for the referees to run the clock, or some dumb shit has happened and they need to figure it out. I don't know. I am confused to know. I shan't look into it. But if anybody knows anything, let a brother know. And it seems like, yep, it's all over. It's over. This one is done as the BIC will get the win, 50-6. Stop. He's already dead. You know the score. You know the deal at this point. The BIC, they get the win on GOTW 2026. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to support our sponsor, Jim's House of Tim's. Call 55 55 55 1100. That's 55 55 55 1100. And the next time we are with you is 7 days from now. The Renegades look for their first win of the season. But can the Patterson U go 3-0 on their road to a Week 5 showdown with the Animals? We will find out on the other side of next Sunday. But for all of us here at the Creator Sports Network and the Intergalactic Sports Network, I'm Matt Ryan saying so long, farewell. This has been the A7FL Games of the Week. Don't be an asshole. It is the A7FL Games of the Week live on the Creator Sports Network. I am Matt Ryan coming to you live from my studio in the greatest city in the world. That's New York, and we are coming to you today from Asbury Park, New Jersey, as the Virginia Heathens look for their first win of the 2026 season against the Silk City Animals, who are undefeated in 2026. Shout out to Chauncey Mulliken, a Silk City Animals veteran. I believe he's currently retired. He's joining us here in the chat, and so can you. Absolutely free. Don't have to pay me a nickel, dime, or penny. You know how you can pay me back? By subscribing. That's right, subscribe right now as we take a look at the field, getting ready for the coin toss. The Animals in red on red unis, red pants, silver numbers and letters. We'll try to get you updates from around the league. For the Heathens today, we see Lenny Hedrick behind the line, and he was the man quarterbacking last time they were here in Asbury Park a week ago against the Patterson U. And Hedrick, a veteran, he's won games in the playoffs before. He's won games in the regular season before. But today, it is a tough test. He is able to get those balls out of there, especially against Quattrell Huffin right there and the Patterson U defense. But it was not enough as the Patterson U steamrolled over the Heathens for their second victory. They are at the top. Oh, that block there on Huff. That was a son of a bitch. But Hedrick, he's got speed and he's got a cannon of an arm, but that offensive line is going to be needing to protect him. You see how quickly his pocket collapses? It has become his first option because sometimes it needs to be the second option. But if this man, Captain America, Ryan Burroughs, the captain of USA Rugby, is on the field today, he helped give the Heathens a huge swing of momentum in week one against the Lexington Phantoms, who are playing against the defending national champion BIC. That game's somewhere on the internet. But Burroughs is somebody who can hand it off to Marcel Nelson. He can hand it off to Steven Morales. There is a lot of talent on this Virginia Heathens team, but they are going to need to swarm. They are going to need to ankle bite. They are going to need to do everything and anything to keep this Silk City Animals offense from the blue zone, known as the Asbury Park end zone. Shout out to Chap Dom joining us in the chat, and you can join us in the chat as well. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hang out with us here in the chat. And this is the Silk City Animals. David Tender in his third season. He has become somebody you want to rely on in the A7FL. But that man, Omari Thomas, has stepped up to be his number one weapon in 2026. The first two games of the season, whether on the road or at home, David Tender has relied on Omari Thomas, the veteran running back out of Baltimore. But he's going to have Cassine Perry. He's going to have a litany of options today, and including Christian Gonzalez, the tight end, who had an impressive rookie campaign in 2025. Matt Ryan here with you on the Creator Sports Network as the action rolls on in Asbury Park as we prepare for throw-off, which should be about 2 minutes away, as we see the Animals' David Tender move and he's so mobile. He's so agile. He is one of the most impressive quarterbacks in a crop of amazing quarterbacks in the Eastern Conference of the A7FL. He is the number one options for the Animals. When he was injured last year, it possibly cost them a chance to go to the national title game. But with Thomas, with a healthy team, will this be enough to get them over the hump? We're going to find out as the day progresses here on the Creator Sports Network. Matt Ryan riding with you today. And there we see LaPera, number 35. I like those unis. It will be the Silk City Animals throwing the ball off. Returning the throw off. It will be the Virginia Heathens throwing this one off. And if you need to know about the rules of the A7FL, we've got you covered. 7-on-7 football, no pads, no helmets, 3-on-1 throw-off, a running clock except under 2 minutes in the second and the fourth. And we've got something called the get-back rule this year. And we will get into that a little bit later on as it is time for football here in Asbury Park. Matt Ryan riding with you, and that ball will be a live ball. It went the requisite distance, and it will be Heathens' ball. The Heathens on the 3-on-1 throw-off shock everybody. Oh, no, wait. It's gonna be Animals' ball? Trying to get a bit of an understanding here. That one made the requisite bounce. It made the requisite distance. That is a live ball, so the Heathens should have the ball. By all intents and purposes, it should be Heathens' ball. But the Animals will be out on defense, and it will be Lenny Hedrick leading the way. Let's go to the keys of the game for the Virginia Heathens. Keys of the game today. Hedrick will be behind center. Make the secondary miserable. You need the Avengers to assemble and make the quarterbacks miss. 1st and 10. The handoff pushes through, and that'll be a moderate gain. Someone lost their second skull. That's not good. And it will be 2nd down. Gain of about 5 on the play. And you see the offensive line leading and rocking. They've got some big bodies out there. What the fuck did I become a Virginia Heathen? Hold on. Why am I out there? Why am I out there at running back? What the fuck happened? Is this a multiplicity situation? Did I get Michael Keaton? We take a look at the replay again. That carry by number 28. That's Darren on the carry. Wide receiver in motion. That's Sharp Jr. They give it back off to Darren and the big man. Not enough to get the 1st down, but it will be 3rd and relatively short. Rob K in on the tackle. Animals, of course, with new uniforms, which means some of these numbers are not going to be correct. But we will go through it as we go anyway. Matt Ryan riding along with you on this Sunday afternoon, 13:43, 3rd and 4. Shout out to Steph Sotilli in the chat. Hi. Tell Olive she owes me $20. 2 wide receiver set, 3 on the line. The handoff again to the big man. Ball almost comes out, and they will mark it third. They marked it 3rd and 4, and it will be 4th down. LaPera in on the tackle. The hair is high, and so are the Tides. The Animals defense back-to-back stops after the big gain on 1st down. Sharp Jr. talking it off with his coach. El Hijo del Jelly Roll. And Hedrick getting the play from Sharp, and they will talk things over. And it'll be 4th and 3. Leave relatively the same lineup out there. They make a quick switch. 3 on the line, 2 wide receivers. Sharp at the far right of your screen. Man in motion. The toss on 4th down. They give it to the wide out, and that one goes as well as you would expect. The Animals defense, after giving up the ball on the 3-on-1 throw-off, get a stop on 4 straight downs, a 4 and out, and here comes the Silk City Animals. Let's go over the keys to the game for the Silk City Animals. And the keys to the game today for the Animals. First things first, you got to let Omari spin. Omari Thomas has been such a huge key so far this season. You got to be confident, keep focused, and they've got to make sure that they're doing what they need to do for their quarterback, David Tender. Tender, 1st and 10. 2 wide receivers. The handoff. That is to Omari Thomas. Omari Thomas has nothing but the end zone in front of him. He parts the Red Sea like Moses in all red. Might as well be wearing red bottoms because he high steps his way across the 50. 1st and 10, Silk City. Omari Thomas, if he kicked it in the 2nd gear, could have got a tud on the first play from scrimmage. Now let's take a look again at the replay. Thomas with a little bit of a pick block. 99 couldn't get around his own man, and then it's off to the races. And then Omari just couldn't find that 2nd gear to turn out and around. 19, Charles Sharp Jr. following him all the way down. 2nd down, and they will give it back to Omari. Might as well. And Omari getting to the 32-yard line. Thomas with a 2nd run for the day. His shortest of the 2. But still a quality run, and it'll be 2nd and short. Throwing those big bodies out there. You have Joker back on the line. You've got Silver back. You got number 75 out there. The bodies are going to be out there today and give Omari Thomas the opportunity to run. But will they pass here? Two wide receivers still. Thomas behind and to the right, and this will be a pass. Tender throws this one deep towards the sideline and out of play, out of reach of Joshua Ortiz, a.k.a. Macho. Macho, the tight end, has had a hell of a 2025. And it will be 3rd and 4. Both teams have not been able to convert the Animals converted a first down on their first play of the game. Their 4th play of the drive. Thomas set up to the right. The snap, the screen, kicked over to number 11. That's Larry Wingo, but that will not be enough. That'll get him about a yard, and it will be 4th and short. 9:58 left to go in our first quarter. They lost a yard on that play. It'll be 4th and 5 for Silk City. As you can see on the screens, Insomniac's and sick with it today. And they seem to be shouting out people on YouTube. You get what you pay for. Tender, trying to hit pay dirt himself, gets it in the pocket, but can't get there on 4th and 5. RTU with that real talk, locking him down. Keith Salmon Jr., talk your fucking shit, boy. 4th down stop by the Virginia Heathens. Let's take a look at the replay. Tender had time. 48 took a little too long. He was trying to avoid the penalty, but right in the pocket of Joshua Ortiz, but RTU on him the whole time. Ortiz looking for the call, and it will be 1st and 10. Both teams not able to convert. And it might be KP at number 1, but these people like to fuck with me. And then Lenny Hedrick meeting the defensive line. Yeah, I was one. That's not Ortiz. Yeah, he's way too small. Yeah, that is KP. A7FL rosters. Fuck you again. Like the head cheerleader on prom night and the bum rush from the Animals defense. Given the momentum on a huge stop and sack, it'll be 2nd and 19. Hedrick in trouble. 2nd drive of the afternoon for the Heathens. Watch number 24 coming off the edge. Here comes the pressure. The throw deep downfield. Caught, intercepted. Intercepted, picked up, and put down. And Hedrick felt the pressure melt quickly, and he is taken out. And that is Rob Long on the interception. What a play there. You saw 24 coming right out the box looking for the pressure. And then the pop fly, and it looked like it was going intended for him. And the Animals get their biggest stop of the afternoon. And Tender looking for a bit of redemption here. 2nd drive of the day. Should have been their 3rd. The snap by Tender. He will roll out to his right. David Tender will go on his bicycle. He will get the first down. And he will be pulled out of play at around the 47-yard line. They'll mark him out at the 46. 1st and 10, Silk City. Good play there. Good heads-up play by Tender there. Trusting himself enough. Let's take a look again at the replay. Called out for the block. And then Tender just slipping and finding his way right to where he needed to be. Omari Thomas in as well on the block. 1st and 10. The snap. Tender faces pressure. Throws over the middle. Almost picked off. Intended for Perry and not able to get there. It will be 2nd down. That's Izzy on the stop there. The secondary of Virginia answering the call early in the first quarter. We take a look again at the replay. Pressure coming immediately from Tender's right. Still had enough time to make the throw. Underthrew it to KP. Wasn't able to nab that one. So it will be 2nd and 10. The snap, the handoff, that is to Thomas. Thomas again to the right side, evades the defender. Not able to get the first, but it'll be 3rd and 2, maybe 3rd and 1. They'll mark it down at the 37. They got to get past the 36. It'll be 3rd and 1 for the Animals. And just that sudden change of direction. Saw where the coverage was going, and Thomas completely finding a way around the defender. That was number 12, Caesar, on the tackle. 3rd and 1, under 6 minutes to play in the first. Tender will just keep it himself, head towards the sideline, and David Tender will break towards the end zone and get out of play. Near the 12, number 19, putting his body in the way. That's Cameron Staggs. As he gets the stop, and it will be 1st and 10 again. Best drive of the afternoon for Silk City. Tender finding nothing but green grass in front of him once he kicked to the left side. And if he wanted to lower the shoulder, he might have been able to get a few more. But playing the game ahead of him, as it will be 1st and 10. Ball at the 14. Tender will keep it off the play action. Throw underneath and intended for Larry Wingo. And Wingo not able to pick that one up, a bit low. And it will be 2nd down. You can see the wind coming off of the jerseys. Almost clipping. 71 almost got his head taken off. That's the silverback. I believe that's Chris Coles. And he was certainly checking out the Virginia Heathens uniforms and admiring the color. Is it maroon and cyan? What would that color? What is that green? Can someone get me the Pantone for that green? The snap, play action. Tender on 2nd down. Throws, and that one will not get there. And it will be 3rd down. Tender not going as he would like it today. Ball not falling where he wants it to go, and it will be 3rd down for Silk City. Take a look again at the replay. Tender had some time. Pressure was coming. Right throw, but just died heading towards the end zone. Him and Perry have not clicked aside from that one reception. 3rd and 10. 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Perry will switch over. The snap. Tender will just keep it himself on 3rd down. David Tender making his legs do the work, and he will get inside the red zone. At the 5-yard line, getting past the 5-yard line, it'll be 1st and goal as the bulkier, the bigger Tender, he's bulked up because of injury. He's protecting his body, which is the smart thing, and still not losing that speed and not losing that ability, that durability. Built more like a tight end this year, but making it work for him. 1st and goal, and Tender will just throw, and that one's caught. Touchdown, Kasim Perry. Silk City Animals took them a little while to get on the board, but they'll be the first to put 6 up there. 6-0. The Animals take the lead. Tender trusting his arm as one of the highest scoring teams in the A7FL. Or the first to strike in Asbury Park. Tender just finding his way right into the pocket of Perry. And nothing really any of the defenders could have done about that. And folks, that is a good reminder to remind you that this game is brought to you by Jim's House at Tim's. If you need a Tim around the house or at work, call 555-555-1100. That's 55-55-55-1100. Matt Ryan here with you. They'll go for 2 from the 10. Will the Silk City Animals? Tender in trouble. Throws up a prayer and almost caught that one. That one intended for number 11. And it's 6-0, 3:20 left to go. What do you guys think of this Silk City Animals offense? Let's take a look at some of the key players for the Heathens today. You've got Ryan Burrows, who is not in the lineup yet. Lenny Hedrick, Marcel Nelson, John Gauze, and then also Charles Sharp Jr., one of the founders of this team. My name is Matt Ryan, and I am here with you live on the Creator Sports Network. So happy to be spending this time with you on a Sunday. David Tender will be the one throwing it off, but be sure to do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Hang out with us here on the Creator Sports Network every single Sunday for the A7FL. We've got 2 games for you today. Coming up a little bit later on, we will have the Patterson U taking on the East Orange Renegades. That will be coming up at 4 o'clock. The snap, the throw on the return, gets past the 25, towards the 35, and cannot get to the apartments. But Lion, number 6, making the return. That's Keon Charles, the veteran returner, wide receiver, and all-around fast human being. Coming up later today, the Patterson U and the East Orange Renegades will square off for the first time in the 2026 season. The U look to remain undefeated. The Renegades look for their first win of the campaign. Once again, it is the Renegades taking on the Patterson U. That's live at 4 o'clock Eastern, right here on the Creator Sports Network, Intergalactic Sports Network, and on YouTube. Matt Ryan is yelling. I'm Matt Ryan. I am yelling, and we are live on the A7FL. On the Creator Sports Network as the action continues. The snap on first down, the handoff, and immediately a solid run will get near the 40. As the BIC are in Maryland. Pardon me, they are in Lexington. We'll hope to have a score for you in a second. The snap and the handoff, and that is incomplete. That is a solid, incomplete run. Take a look again at the handoff. Immediately met and stopped. The defense of the Renegades have completely changed the pace of this game. Matt Ryan here with you on the A7FL. Games of the week, live on the Creator Sports Network and the Intergalactic Sports Network. It's 3rd and 8, minute 43 left to go. Wanted to make some changes to clean up the screen for y'all. The snap on 3rd and 8. Hedrick throws this one deep downfield, and that one will get taken by the wind. Nowhere near the receiver, and it will be 4th down. Rob Long on the coverage. He had the first interception of the afternoon, the only interception of the game of the 2 turnovers. The Animals turning it over on the 3-on-1 throw-off when they found themselves at the behest of the wind gods. The returner not able to beat the Heathens down the line. Let's take a look again at the replay. You see the wind in the A7FL banners. That one is blowing, but 4 and 4 could not equal a first down. That was intended for the Heathens to get the first down, but now they will throw it off on 4th and 8 with a minute left to go. And on a 3-on-1 throw-off on a punt situation, on a 4th down, you could throw it out of play. They will mark it out at the 27, so the Animals will return to the field with a 6-0 lead and a minute 4 left to go in the first. Waiting on updates from around the league. Nick Mays, the mean machine, in on the Animals defense at number 6. That is Nick Mays. This Animals team is fucking ridiculous. It's an absurdity. And it will be 1st and 10, 51 seconds left to go. The snap. The throw through the middle. That one gets to Perry. And Kasim Perry trying to make some Pardon me, that's Omari Thomas. Omari Thomas trying to get through. He finds the sideline. He's pushing through. Don't feel sorry for him. He gets the first down and more. And again, that wasn't Omari Thomas. That was number 4. And the lack of correct rosters again, fucking me in the butt. Just perfect patience by Tender, getting it over to Rob Long, number 4. He's got a pick on the day, almost got a 6. As these reflective polychrome numbers do damage to my brain, as the Heathens defense get damage done to them. And oh, RTU almost on that Summer Jam stage. But that'll be the end of the first quarter. 1 quarter down, 3 more left to go in this face-off in the A7FL's Eastern Conference. I want to know what you guys are thinking as it is 6-0. The Animals continuing to keep the pace and keep control of the ball. But how can the Heathens come back from this? How can they stop it? We've seen flashes of greatness from their defense and from their offense. They've been able to make stuff happen with the run. They were able to get key stops on 3rd and 4th down in that first drive of the day. What do you guys think they need to do to make it happen for the Virginia Heathens to get the upset? As we are live here on the A7FL, Cole Gardella saying it real, saying it true, that Rob Long playing offense is a scary, scary thing. As we will go back to live action at the start of the second quarter. It'll be 1st and 10. The snap and the handoff. Gets it over to 24. And 24 pushes through the pile. Had a man on his back like a backpack. And makes his way to get to the first down. Omari faking an injury. It's tied 6-6 in Kentucky. As the BIC play the Phantoms. Thanks to Cole Gardella for getting that information for us. And 24 making it happen. Some shifty moves coming out the gate. Dragged down for a gain of 7. Play action. Tender throws it over the middle. Caught. First down. And that will be another big pull for number 11, Larry Wingo. As it will be it'll be 1st and goal. Well, 2nd and 3, pardon me. No, 1st and goal. They didn't just update the score. Update the box there. Great play by Wingo, and Tender having the presence of mind to get that right there. They'll be set up at the 6, 1st and goal. Macho Ortiz will be set up at tight end. You see him right there at the left side of your screen in the do-rag. Wingo at the top. The handoff, and that is to Omari Thomas. Thomas, a little too lax with it, a little too chummy with it. Could have gave up the goat, the referee down, and he will get right back up. I believe he hosts a wrestling podcast. I forget which one it was, but I know he hosts a wrestling podcast. So shout out for him for persisting in the wrestling podcast industry. That is a beast of burden that I could not do anymore. Tender will return to the line with Omari Thomas. Wingo will set up towards the top of your screen. He'll be met by number 2, Izzy. Play action, Tender under pressure. He will just try to run for it into the sideline and touchdown. Silk City, David Tender felt the pressure, found a way to get out of it, and puts up his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Marcel Nelson was trying to help on that one. We take a look again at the replay. Pressure immediately coming off the edge, and Tender just having the presence of mind to move, found a seam, and then just had to keep Cal Bone away from him. What a play by Cal Bone to create that pressure. And a little bit of pat on the back from the veteran of Baltimore. As the Animals will try to make this a 14-point lead. As they go for 2 from the 10. 3 on the line. 2 wide receivers. And the back set behind Tender. The snap. Tender will go to to Wingo. Could not get it to him. The wind ducks that one down. Sharp Jr., I believe, on the stop. Pardon me, that was Cameron Staggs. Staggs with his 2nd big play of the afternoon. And coming up a little bit later, it will be the Patterson U taking on the East Orange Renegades. Action will begin live on the Creator Sports Network at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific time. Once again, that is at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Patterson U and Quattro Huffin looking to remain undefeated. And the Renegades looking for their first dub of the campaign. That will be live at 4 p.m. Eastern right here on the Intergalactic Sports Network, Creator Sports Network. And Matt Ryan is yelling right here on YouTube. Be sure to do me a favor and subscribe. It'd be so nice if you did. You'd be so sweet if you did me that favor. It will be 1st and 10. As it'll be a 3-on-1 throw-off. The Animals will throw this one, and this will get to the inside the 10. That is bobbled. That'll be picked right back up, and here comes the opportunity to make some hay on the throw-off. Makes one man miss, spins around. He is concerned and in consternation. Can he get through? The ball's knocked out. The knocked out by David Tender. You can't keep that ball. Lil One. No, Lil One gets caught on the Summer Jam screen, and David Tender gets one back for the Animals, who lost it on a return earlier in the game. Lil One finding himself in trouble, holding the ball like Jerry Seinfeld held a loaf of marble rye. And then David Tender looking to snatch that one away, as it'll be an uncomfortable trip to Zabar's for the Heathens, as instead of getting a chance to cut down the lead, their defense returns with their backs to the wall deep in their own territory. Set up at the 28, 1st and 10. Tender under lateral to Wingo, the triple reverse, the triple option. Oh, somebody went to college football 26, pulled up a playbook and said, fuck it, let's do this. It'll be 2nd down, 5-yard gain. Let's take a look at the replay. Your first option, Kasim Perry cutting through. Then the fake to Omari, and then Larry Wingo with David Tender as the pick. The block by Joker to help get the 5 yards, and then a handoff to Omari Thomas. Omari Thomas sees nothing but the end zone in front of him, does a lucha roll, touchdown, Silk City, as they get their 3rd score of the afternoon, and a little bit of a Fargo strut. Omari Thomas feeling like a nature boy as he does it with flair, and a little bit of that heartbreak to close it off as a heartbreaking score for fans of the Virginia Heathens. It is now a long way to go. And looking for a flag. I don't know what he was looking for there, but we see again Omari Thomas just completely off the break. Saw that it was in, saw for the 6, calling for the holding flag. And good brother, I don't know where you saw the hold, but there probably was one. They will go for 2 from the 10, 18-0 your score, trying to make it 20-0. Tender putting people on a spin cycle to throw in the end zone. Wide open. And the big man, the Joker, not joking there, getting his first points on GOTW 2026, makes it 20-0 as the Animals in all red, having the Virginia Heathens defense seeing red and seeing spots after this one. The Heathens trying to not look up at the lights in the midway portion of our 2nd quarter on a beautiful but windy day in Asbury Park, New Jersey. John Kessler with the reception. And a good time to remind you that my name is Matt Ryan, and you are watching the A7FL Games of the Week on Creator Sports Network. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Do you want to see more games, or do you want to be a creator yourself? Head on over to Creator Sports Net on Instagram. Click the link in the bio, sign up so you can call games exactly like this. And also indoor soccer. We've got night fighting, actual night fighting, and more. You're going to want to see that, and it'll be Charles Sharp Jr. returning it for the Virginia Heathens, and he fumbles the ball! Oh no, he got caught in the turf. Oh no. Let's get out of that. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, he planted his knee, and fuck. And yeah, Charles Sharp Jr., he is down, he is hurt. It looks like it is his knee, as the founder of the team planted his foot, and he is unable to get up, as the staff of the Heathens are looking after him. Your score 20-0, 11:43 left to go. We will try to get an update on scores around the league, as I don't feel comfortable sharing the screen during the injury. You got to look at my silly face. And shout out to Dr. Download out there. You know where you are. I don't know where you are, but you know where you are. It is, yeah, the matchups, it is 6-6 for the BIC and the Phantoms in the first quarter. That is still your score, according to the scroll at the bottom of the A7FL screen. They have not prepared them with a slate. So what we're up, and Charles Sharp Jr. being carried to the sideline by his fellow Heathens. Real glad I've got an on-cam now. This is when a studio camera comes in clutch, because when you only have two cameras, this is the deal. 20-0 is your score. Coming up at 4 o'clock, it will be the Renegades taking on the Patterson U. That will start at 4 o'clock. And as we see the Heathens looking to help Charles Sharp Jr. on the sideline, I am going to throw to the halftime break for a little bit, because this is uncomfortable. We'll be back in a moment.
Last year, over 1,000 people have made the smart move to Starrett City. It's almost sold out. Listen to what these people like best about living here.
It's lovely here. Lots of trees. It's safe. It really works.
When I saw this place with big rooms and parquet floors, I said, this is too good to be true.
I could play tennis, go swimming. It's really great.
I like walking to school. It's close to my building.
Everything is included in the rent. Gas, electricity, and air conditioning. You get the most for your money.
I can do all my shopping right outside my door.
Starrett City was nice in the commercial, but it's even nicer now that I'm living here.
I wouldn't trade this place for anything.
Starrett City is almost sold out, but you can still get your chance if you call now. For an appointment to see model apartments, call 245-3535. That's 245-3535. Call now, even if...
We're back as the lovely people at Starrett City and 11 Alive kept you entertained. We will have action again with 11:43 left to go, as it seems like we will get back to live action in Asbury Park. Apologies for the delay, and apologies for not having proper coverage for the injury. Matt Ryan alongside you here, trying to see if that's give it a little bit of a boost. Because the thing is, if I get really loud, you're not going to be able to hear me. But I am turning up the old headset-a-roo. And the Animals and the Heathens played in the playoffs last season. Tender was hurt. CJ stepped in. Thank you so much, Cole Gardella, for that reminder. As we continue to await the continuation of action. And thank you to Coach Brown for watching along at home. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Send a link, send a YouTube link, and we will go back to the 3-on-1. And this is the replay of how he got hurt, which is always good. Cool! And A7FL ownership giving you the scores. Matt Ryan along with you on the Creator Sports Network as the Silk City Animals will have the ball after the injury to Charles Sharp Jr. He gave up the ball. He fumbled the ball after his knee seemingly was injured. Horrible thing to see. Horrible thing for anybody to deal with. Hopefully, our best to him and his family. Hopefully, he'll be able to recover, and hopefully it is not as bad as it seemed coming off the line. 11:43, and it seems like we'll actually play football now after the injury to Charles Sharp Jr. And Tender bringing the offense back out there. It'll be 1st and 10, 11:43 left to go in the second quarter, as the Animals offense on their fifth drive of the day did not score on their first. It should be their 6th, but we are here with 11:32 left to go. The snap, Tender throws that one, not able to get to Wingo, as Tender looking for a call, and it will be 2nd down. Going to be difficult for the Heathens here. Sharp, such a key part of their offense and defense. You saw the pressure there. Cal Bone coming right into his kitchen. A little bit of help. That ball got tipped coming off the line. 25, that's Lil One on the coverage. He gave it up to help make this game 20-0 on a 3-on-1 throw-off. So that is 3 returns so far today for turnovers. None of them to do with the get-back. Tender launches this one to the end zone. Picked off! Can't hold on to it! He couldn't hold on to the ball! Had it there in his pocket. Izzy, you owe push-ups, brother. He had it, then get caught up in the spotlight. Kasim Perry helping to knock it away. 3rd and 10, and Virginia having the game almost fall right back in their hands from momentum. And then right there, couldn't hold on to it. Had it there. It just squeezed out. Couldn't hold on to the ball. Tender bailed out again like the auto industry. And it'll be 3rd and 10, 9:58 left to go in the half. Matt Ryan riding along with you in our first of 2 games. Timeout called by the Heathens. By the Animals. Their first charge timeout of the game. Take a look at some of the key players for the Animals. David Tender, Omari Thomas, Rob Long, Kasim Perry, and Gonzalez, and have been integral today. Just every single aspect of this offense have found ways to be a part of this game. Rob Long with an interception and almost a touchdown so far today. Wingo at the bottom of your screen. The snap. That's a handoff to Omari Thomas. Omari Thomas screaming downfield, and he will bravado his way into the end zone. Doing it again, hitting them with a little bit of the Ric Flair strut into the HBK, the Heartbreak Kid. Omari Thomas with another touchdown on the day. And then moving like a midnight rocker, not caring like a degenerate, and then bang! Steps right into the end zone. This click of an offense making it work. As it's now 26-0. They'll go for 2 from the 10. It's 12-12. BIC Phantoms throw to the end zone, and Wingo will score some extra points for the Animals their first time. Getting those on the board, as it will be 28-0. With 9:48 left to go in the half. You're going to want to hang around at halftime. 28-0 is your score. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. There's Matt Ryan here with you. David Tender throwing this one off. And will this be a offensive drive? And the ball's knocked out of the hands again. And that one will be returned. And they are in trouble. This Virginia Heathens return team have turned into the Keystone Cops, as that is the third straight return either bobbled or almost given up fucking completely. That is Keon Charles on the return. I don't know if it's the wind. I don't know if it's David Tender. I don't know if it's some sort of Roman ghost. Could be Thespis, the Greek god of theater, trying to fuck up the Virginia Heathens Sunday. But it is a dangerous game for the Virginia Heathens when that ball is in the air. And this is a team that had last week, or at the start of this game, got the ball on a 3-on-1 turnover. And ever since then, it could be the wind tunnel. They are receiving the ball and throwing the ball into a damn wind tunnel. Shout out to Chap Dom in the chat. Shout out to the participants in the 3-on-1 court this week. Pure gold, unlike the Vegas gold. Throwback to the old days. That was on the Sounds of the Game podcast. And LaPera coming on in, the water boy, doing what needs to be done, getting a stop, and it'll be second and an uncomfortable amount for the Virginia Heathens. Oh, LaPera. Oh, buddy. I have to call my buddy Spencer Coburn for you. And there on the replay, LaPera coming straight in, backpacks my guy, and brings him down. Gave him the old jean jacket, like Gene Belcher. And there will not be any romantic friend fiction being written by the Virginia Heathens about the Silk City Animals, as an acrimonious 28-0, 7:05 left to go in the half. Hedrick in trouble! He is hit, and that one's incomplete. It'll be third down. It almost became 30-0. Hedrick met the mean machine, and that man is a fucking problem. Nick Mays on the Silk City Animals scares the ever-loving shit out of me. Good Lord, look at this. Sir, I'm here to talk to you about your extended warranty. Oh, that just, god damn. The Animals are not playing today. The only time these two teams played was in the playoffs. It was a 53-0 victory. Hedrick again in trouble. Throws this one deep. Almost intercepted again by Long, and it will be fourth down. Not where you want to be if you are Lenny Hedrick. He has had himself a day, this young man. Let's take a look at the replay again. In trouble, hit as he's thrown, overthrown on the angle. It was a great spot. Great eyes by number 4 as he's able to help set that up. It will be fourth down. Hedrick will throw it off. And he'll try to get this one out of bounds with enough distance. And that one will go a little bit before our camera. And it'll go out at the 50 exactly. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Animals. $28-0 is your score. 5:14 and counting on a beautiful but blustery day in Asbury Park. What is it that the Silk City Animals can't do so far today after not being able to score on their first drive and being turned over on the 3-on-1 throw-off to start the game? They have continued a frenetic pace, and that is a throw. That's over to Kasim Perry. Slip, slide, so long. Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. Takes that one to the house. And the Animals quickly and swiftly run up the score. The Heathens may have to give up the sticks at halftime. And watch again. Tender sees the pressure coming. Sets up in the pocket. The pancake handing out the syrup. boysenberry level. And then KP on the one-on-one. Izzy up on the Summer Jam screen, not able to turn around and keep the momentum going. And watch this again. Stays in bounds, treads the sideline, calls for the block, and KP into the end zone. They'll go for 2 from the 10. Trying to make this 36-0. Can't hold on to it. Both sides looking for a flag on that one. Won't get it. They'll just have to settle for no points on the board. And now for the most exciting game, the most exciting play in football, and holy shit, has it lived up to it today, the 3-on-1 throw-off. We see here again on the replay. Yeah, it's a little bit of arm and hand fighting. If he wasn't doing all that, he might have had enough time to catch the ball, but here we are. Matt Ryan here with you on the A7FL GOTW 2026 on the Creative Sports Network, and it's brought to you by our intergalactic sponsor, Jim's House of Tim's. Do you need a Tim? Call 55 55 5 1100. That's 55 55 55 1100, and get to Jim's House of Tim's today. 34-0 is your score. I'm Matt Ryan, and I'm asking you to subscribe, please. It would be so nice of you to subscribe and give me some of your time, give me some of your money, give me some of your friendship, give me some of your affection. And it will be 34-0 as the Animals. The clock will run because this one is a gong show. And Tender throwing a little sauce on it, throwing it off like it's NFL Street, and that one's bobbled again! Oh, shit, oh, shit, oh, shit. Here we go. This guy dropped it the last time, almost gets knocked out again. But somehow, some way, Lil One will hold on to the ball. And the Virginia Heathens will have an offensive drive for the first time in what feels like a decade. It has been a while. So much so that Aaron Lewis has gone through at least 3 different musical trends, all of them worse than the other. And we see again on the return, number 3 just clamping down on Lil One. And after RTU had an impressive stop early in this game, ever since then, the Silk City Animals have been haunting the Heathens like a ghost. Lenny Hedrick will be back out there with the Greek Beast. Great heads of hair out there. Look at that. Oh, get this motherfucker a L'Oreal contract or something. And you have my clone there on the right-hand side. They run the ball for the first time, and who knows? And the Animals' defense will not allow that to happen. Guess who? Nick Mays on the stop. Wanting a more emphatic stop. Some of the only Baltimore the last vestiges of the Baltimore division of the A7FL. In the Virginia Heathens, and some of the players strewn out about the Animals in the rest of the Northeast. As Omari Thomas and Nick Mays, Baltimore natives and Baltimore icons in the A7FL in their own right, battle the proposition in front of them, 34-0. We blew past the 2-minute warning. Hedrick snaps the ball. He rolls out to his right. Throws in trouble. Intercepted. And there's that man again. He gets another one. Can he put 6 more up there? Yes, he does. Touchdown, Silk City. As Rob Long with his second pick and his second pick, his first touch of the game. First pick 6 in a week. 34-0 as the Animals continue to build upon this lead. Hedrick was in trouble off the jump, and then as soon as it was the go, chaos, confusion, and then Rob Long carrying the ball like a loaf of bread. Didn't curse himself on that one. It's the 40, boys. This will be the last play of the half. Tender tosses it to 24. 24 in trouble. 24 will not get there. But, folks, it's the end of the first half. 1 half down, another half left to go. And we'll take a look at the replay. Rob Long making it work. Getting the ball and then having a little bit of fun. Calls the blocks, gets the blocks. Nick Mays helping him out there. As the defense doing a little bit of offense. David Tender on the extra point wasn't able to get there. You saw the pressure, kicked it over to 24, and Truth did the dance and said what's up, but could not find himself with 2 points on the board, so it will remain 40-0 at halftime. When we return from halftime, we will have, hopefully, some more scores from around the league. It's 25-12 Phantoms in the second. Holy shit, how the hell did that happen? We'll find out with a lot more as we come to you with the second half of action after this. It's the Creative Sports Network. Stay right where you are.
Bobby Van is your host for great comedy game show fun on Make Me Laugh. Don't miss it tomorrow night at 8, right here on 11 Alive.
In the past year, over 1,000 people have made the smart move to Sterrett City. It's almost sold out. Listen to what these people like best about living here.
It's lovely here. Lots of trees. It's safe. It really works.
When I saw this place with big rooms and parquet floors, I said, this is too good to be true.
I could play tennis, go swimming. It's really great.
I like walking to school. It's close to my building.
Everything is included in the rent. Gas, electricity, and air conditioning. You get the most for your money.
I can do all my shopping right outside my door.
Sterrett City was nice in the commercial, but it's even nicer now that I'm living here.
I wouldn't trade this place for anything.
Sterrett City is almost sold out, but you can still get your chance if you call now. For an appointment to see model apartments, call 245-3535. That's 245-3535. Call now, even if you're just thinking of moving.
It's the smartest move we ever made.
You'll have a great time in New York City, east side of town, at the Hotel Seville. We do great cooking, honey. We'll treat you right.
We know you'll love your bill.
Remember, in New York City, Hotel Seville.
Your friendly home away from home.
Our friendly home away from home.
Madison Avenue and 29th Street. Call 532-4100.
There's a little bit of winner in everyone. There's a little bit of got to be the best. There's a little, oh, I know we can do it. There's a little bit of better than all the rest. It's a feeling of working together. It's a joy of sharing a dream. It's giving your heart to make it better and being a part of the team. Catch the rising stars. Catch the rising stars. The Mets are all the world to see. The Mets are part of you and me. There's a little bit of Mets in everyone. Go for the challenge. Go for the fun. Catch the rising stars. Catch the rising stars. The Mets are all the world to see. The Mets are part of you and me. Catch the rising stars. Watch them shine on Channel 9.
The Mets play for keeps when they take on the Houston.
I'm Thurman Munson. We're coming on.
I'm Roy White, and we're coming on.
I'm Fritz Peterson. We're coming on. I'm John Ellis, and we're coming on.
I'm Mel Stottlemyre. We're coming on.
I'm Bobby Mercer. We're coming on.
I'm Ralph Howe, and they better come on.
We're coming on. Are you coming out? Some women lunch at the plaza, ski in San Moritz, and buy expensive furs every year. Some women just look that way, but they have one thing in common, the Ritz Thrift Shop. Some sell us their furs, others buy them. We've been handling the finest second-hand used furs for over 50 years, and some of the world's loveliest furs are here at a fraction of the original cost. See them at the Ritz Thrift Shop at 107 West 57th Street. You don't need $1 million to look like $1 million.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, that guy from Apex Tech, at it again, telling you to call us, get into our training program for auto mechanics. Next time you see a mechanic at work, ask him where he learned his trade. And don't be surprised if he says Apex.
I learned auto mechanics at Apex Technical School. Now I do the kind of work I always wanted to do.
2.5 years ago, I graduated my course at Apex Technical School. And now I have my own shop.
Hey, how about you? How about joining the Apex Mechanic Training Program? Call us. We won't send a salesman out. We'll invite you to come in, look over our shops, look at our job placement records, and talk about qualifications for financial assistance during your training. Now, I can't phone you. To get the information, you have to take the first step. Give us a call now. 265-8100. Our switchboard is open right now. 265-8100.
A New York woman, when her needs are financial, her reaction is chemical. Chemical New York, the bank that works hardest for you.
Just a few feet away are the best prices on sneakers and boots for the entire family. Sneaker Corner in Brooklyn and Queens. Incredible savings on 300 different styles of sneakers, jogging shoes, Western boots, work shoes, every sneaker for everyone. Our expert salesman will find your exact size and style. When you need sneakers, we're in your corner. We're Sneaker Corner.
The best stop on the block.
In Brooklyn on Avenue I and Nostrand, and in Queens on Liberty Avenue and Cross Bay Boulevard. Sneaker Corner.
Just a few feet away are the best prices on sneakers for the entire family. Sneaker Corner in Brooklyn and Queens has the complete line of Adidas shirts, warm-ups, athletic shoes, and the top 10 basketball shoe. The spirit of the games is in everything Adidas makes, and Sneaker Corner has the spirit of the games. Remember, when you need Adidas, we're in your corner. We are Sneaker Corner.
The best stop on the block.
In Brooklyn on Avenue I and Nostrand, and in Queens on Liberty Avenue and Cross Bay Boulevard. Sneaker Corner. Come to Sneaker Corner, where you'll find great discounts for the entire family. Sneaker Corner is in Brooklyn and Queens with Club Adidas workout shoes for men, women, and kids in the sizes and colors to make everyone happy. Adidas has the style, and the service at Sneaker Corner is sure to make you smile. Remember, when you need Adidas, we're in your corner. We're Sneaker Corner.
The best stop on the block.
In Brooklyn, Avenue I at Nostrand. In Queens, Liberty Avenue, 1 block east of Cross Bay Boulevard. Sneaker Corner.
Oh, hi! We're back with the action here on the A7FL's Games of the Week on Creator Sports Network and the Intergalactic Sports Network. I'm Matt Ryan here. You're there. And folks, this has been an ass-whooping. But I have an update for you. The score before on the little runner gimmick that the league had it 12-25 Lexington Phantoms. Per my own source, that is incorrect. It is 25-12 BIC, who are in the lead in Lexington. K-Wack Carnell Wachter with a strip sack touchdown, as it will be a 3-on-1 throw-off for the Animals, who initially started off the game with the ball. And David Tender doing some knee bends before launching this one off, trying to get a little bit of oomph. And that one will bounce to the back of the end zone, and no opportunity for the Heathens to return it. 40-0 is your score. And the clock will run down. And that was Marcel Nelson, a.k.a. To the Apartments, a guy across the league who caused a lot of conversation around a return he had. It was put up as a highlight on the A7FL's Instagram page by Albert Iverson, their social media manager, good old AI in the trap. And Snag Sosa, who was entering that game with a shoulder injury, didn't lean into a tackle and didn't lead to a touchdown. But I would like to say that Snag Sosa is one of the toughest and most interesting people I've seen in this league. So hard to discount him going out there with an injury and still trying to make something happen when we've seen more egregious business decisions in this league. It'll be 1st and 10. Hedrick in trouble. Throws underneath. That'll get to the 30. That's Marcel Nelson, and he will get the first down. Rob Long catching up to him as they head back to the sideline. As we said, 25-12 is the score in Kentucky. As we take a look at the replay. Coming up next on the Creative Sports Network and the Intergalactic Sports Network. And right here on Matt Ryan Yells, it'll be the U taking on the Renegades. U looking to remain undefeated. The Renegades looking for their first dub of the season. That'll be live at 4 o'clock right here on the Creative Sports Network. Might have a sandwich in between, maybe change my golf shirt. Maybe go talk to my botanist. We'll see what happens. The day is early! And so are my pants. I'm trying to make that into a thing. Is that a thing? 2nd and 4. Hedrick in trouble. Throws a rifle, and the Greek beast gets his kufi knocked off. Shows how pretty his hair is, and it will be 3rd down. And Pluck her. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. LaPera threw one. He's out. He's out. See the replay here. Good throw by the Greek Beast. LaPera, good tackle. Lowered the shoulder, tried to go for a wrap, but met the chin of the Greek Beast. And it's about that time when a game between Baltimore and New Jersey, frustrations boil over, and it looks like LaPera will be done for the day. Because he took a bit of a swing, and if you need someone to take a swing for you, call Jim's House of Tim's. 55 55 5 1100. That's 55 55 5 1100. If you need a Tim to help you out, go to Jim's House of Tim's, the official sponsor of the Intergalactic Sports Network. 11:38. The clock continuing to run here as we all assess what actually happened. I have the oddest urge to listen to Patrice O'Neal. But it will be 1st and 10 after the gain by the Greek Beast, Ioannidis. And not what you would want if you are the Silk City Animals. LaPera been a solid part of this defense today. But the Greek Beast leaning into one. And it will be 11:03 left to go. 1st and 10. In the third quarter, the clock will continue to run. Ioannidis in motion. The toss to the running back. He meets a big body. He's chased down, brought down. And that's Nick Mays on the tackle. Mean Machine, Nick Mays. First season in a Silk City uniform. And showing why he has that nickname. Off the toss, I believe that's to Marcel Nelson. And just running right into big bodies. And Mays just like a magnet to the ball. Chased him down and got it done. It'll be second and 8. Chap Dom saying the Heathens quarterback looks like Finn Balor. Lenny, take that compliment and fucking run with it, dude. Snap on second down, in trouble. Lenny Hedrick feeling well, he's definitely a member of the Bullet Club after that one as he gets riddled up by the Animals defense. And we'll need to clock in his inner demon, Lucas, in on the tackle. Let's take a look at the replay. And that was Marcel Nelson set up to his right, the snap, and then complete pocket collapse. Nick Mays was there, and then everybody's coming in the club. Everybody's in, almost gets the ball ripped out. Does Lenny Hedrick. Could have been the 4th turnover of the afternoon for the Heathens. The snap, Hedrick in trouble, throws, caught, first down, and that one, Izzy, after having some trouble on defense in the secondary, Izzy making the catch and keeping the drive alive for the Heathens. Their best drive of the afternoon with 2 first downs off the pass. And there was the pressure. Lenny almost got hit as he threw. And Pluck in on the stop. Another Baltimore veteran joining the Silk City Animals. As the shrinkflation of the A7FL provides some real interesting offensive and defensive combinations. The handoff to Nelson. Nelson will find the left side. Marcel Nelson going to the apartments. Will not find his way home. Will not go around and collect $200, but will get the first down. Another huge first down for this Virginia Heathens offense, looking to keep the game alive as the clock continues to run. And the Heathens battling not only the clock, but the impending possibility of a mercy rule. We saw one last week when the BIC put up a 50-burger against the Renegades. Will that happen? Well, that happened here today with the Heathens. They're trying to stop at the snap. Hedrick in trouble. Lenny Hedrick will throw this one intended for Nelson. That will hit the dirt, and it will be second down. Not the day. We see Hedrick there on the replay, just in trouble immediately, but Lenny's a fucking gamer, dude. He will find a way to avoid the find whatever creative way to limit the issue in a sack. He will try to either just go down or throw it to someone who's close by. Marcel Nelson. A powerful carry on second down, as it will be third and a moderate amount. .6:38 left to go in the third quarter. Can I pull the shades that number 13 has on? It's a question just for the audience. 6:20 left to go. If you want the commentary at the same time as the content, you come to the IGSN, baby girl. Hedrick in trouble, and Lenny Hedrick will meet the turf as Lucas, throwing up the double bicep, gets the stop, and it will be fourth down. We take a look at the replay, and just the barn doors wide open. And, well, they sunk their teeth into him and makes it 4th and 16. And they will go for it on 4th and 16. Maniac behavior. Maniac behavior. And we will see with 5:31 left to go in the third quarter. The Animals snap. Or the Heathens snap, pardon me, on fourth down. He makes the catch. Could not get in. Oh, no, he couldn't get it. Gets the stop. Does Pluck Turner. Pluck pulling the strings. And the sad violin for the Virginia Heathens continues to play a song of wallowing acrimony. We see again on the replay, Pocket had it, but Pluck Turner saying, no, you caught it, but you ain't bringing it in. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Animals. Tender will keep it. Quarterback keeper by DT. DT will run it out of bounds. The clock will continue to run because that's how it goes in the A7FL. Running a little faster today because of the score. Once it hits a certain number, the clock will just continue to run. So it feels like we will have a nice little break between games. So if you want to go get a sandwich or something, just come back. We will have a brand new feed for you. Sterry Codrington threw his first pick since 2024 in Lexington. We will have more on that for you later during the 4 o'clock game. But Larry Wingo on the second down toss off the screen. Moderate gain for him. He's had an excellent afternoon, and it will be third down. It is 26-6, BIC leading Lexington. It's 40-0 here in Asbury Park. Tender on the screen. He'll throw it over the middle. Tosses it back to Tender. Tender will lose it, and it will be fourth down. It'll be third down. Sterry Codrington's interception streak is one of the most impressive in A7FL history. Went over a season without throwing one. So the clock resets for Sterry, and we see the interesting play call, and that's why Tender's the one who throws the ball, because he's able to get it to you. A timeout call by the Animals, their first charge timeout of the half, as it's set to be fourth down, according to the sticks, but third down on the Chiron. So we will see what happens out of that. 40-0 is your score. And as a reminder, my name is Matt Ryan, and I am your announcer. And I'm so glad to be joining you here on the Creator Sports Network. And the action is live, and we are reminding you to subscribe. It would be so sweet if you did. And you can subscribe absolutely free, chat absolutely free, and hang out with us every single Sunday. Third or fourth and 5, depending on who you talk to. Either way, have to get past the 40. The snap, Tender. He will get past the first down marker and more. David Tender will cut through, crosses the Rubicon, crosses time zones, and David Tender at the 15 plows a man down and gets inside the 10. First and 10, Silk City, as the David Tender show comes back to Asbury Park in the games of the week. Big play there by David Tender. And you see again on the replay the confidence and the cocky, not just the cocksuredness, to get that done. With 2:40 left to go in the third quarter, we take a look again at the replay. Tender had options, but he just ISO'd the entire defense and turned it into a foot race to change the direction there. Not only helping him get the first down, but secure an entire swing to help lock this game down. At halftime in Lexington, it's 26-12. And we see the Tender run one more time. Great poise. We saw a shaky start from Tender and company, not able in that first quarter, in the first couple of drives, to make those connections. But now the offense feels like it's moving and grooving. Tender on 1st and 10 will roll out to his right. That is caught. Picked up by 14, and he will not get the first down. Pardon me, that was 24 on the reception. And it will be second and 3, as they got brought down at the 11. They have to get to the 1-yard line, might as well score the touchdown, but they got a little bit of insurance. And the handoff to Wingo, and Wingo will push his way in there, 46-0. The Animals continue to pile on the points. With 2 minutes left to go in the third, we take a look at the replay because we missed this one. Wingo was in motion, and he just handed it off to Tender, just hands it off to him. And they will go for 2 from the 10 to make this 48-0, and that one will be incomplete. The stop by number 5, that's Jugs. And Jugs will get the stop, but it will not stop the bouncing momentum of David Tender and the Silk City Animals. As we see and look at the touchdown one more time. As 24, that was a setup to the touchdown. That's Power getting a stop. And as we get closer and closer to 4 o'clock in the Eastern Standard Time Zone, we want you to join us a little bit later today as the Patterson U take on the East Orange Renegades live at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific on the Creator Sports Network, the Intergalactic Sports Network, and right here on Matt Ryan is Yelling. I am Yelling, and I'm glad you're joining us. The clock will continue to run. 3-on-1 return. And again, the turf monster getting in the way. Izzy planting his foot and almost injuring himself. Not what you want. Again, the return game for the Heathens. It started out well on defense. They were able to get the turnover on the first 3-on-1 of the day after a wild, windy ball. Let's see Sharp Jr. and company get it. But from that point on, 3 straight turnovers on the 3-on-1 throw-off for the Heathens to help make this game 46-0, and we will come to the end of our third quarter. 3 quarters down. 1 more left to go, or However long they decide to keep this one holding on. Timeout called by Virginia, so we will not go to our fourth quarter as of yet. Why, I don't know. We have one timeout remaining for Virginia. 46-0 is your score. Ioannidis talking things over with the official. So they will burn that timeout to make one more play in the third quarter. Why, I am unsure, but it is seeming to be an early day in Asbury Park as it is 2:21 in the Eastern Standard Time Zone. Hedrick in trouble. Flag will blow the play dead. And a timeout called by the Animals. And I don't know what the fuck's going on. We're waiting for word from the officials. It seems like it was a timeout taken by the Animals. Hedrick talking things over. Last time, it was 2 seconds left in the third quarter. You see, not the one. That's clever. That is actually clever. So we'll be back to 3 seconds. The timeout was called. It'll be set to 2 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter. The snap by Hedrick. He will keep it. Lenny Hedrick will get on his bicycle, and he will run out of play near the 30. They'll mark him out at the 27. And that will be the end of our third quarter. 3 quarters down, and we're going to head into the fourth. Oh, no, they're calling this one over. This is your final score. Game over. The Heathens will take the fall 46-0 against the Silk City Animals. But, folks, do not fret. Do not worry. Ashante Worthy is in action in Kentucky. We'll have tabs on that game at 4 o'clock when we are live with you for the East Orange Renegades and the Patterson U, facing off right here on the Creator Sports Network. Do not miss it. What you got to do is make sure you like and subscribe this channel, whichever channel you're watching, so you can join us live at 4 o'clock. 97 minutes from now, that's all you got to do. So for all of us here at the Intergalactic Sports Network, all of us here at the Creator Sports Network, I'm Matt Ryan saying so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, here from Asbury Park. We'll see you at 4 o'clock. So long from the Garden State. And as always, don't be an asshole.